Hello. Another question that we are frequently asked by our clients and people that generally ask us for advice is on what grounds can an employee be dismissed? So to summarise very quickly, there are two main areas. One is poor performance and one is poor behaviour. So you can sometimes get individuals that have both, and sometimes individuals have one of those two areas. With poor performance, it's really simple. If employees aren't performing to their expected level within their role, then you can ultimately dismiss. However, you need to have followed a fair process, and you need as a company to have shown that you've supported, looked to improve, given plenty of opportunity and time for them to improve, set reasonable KPIs and targets for them to achieve, and made them completely aware through that process that as a result of not hitting those targets, potentially action could be taken against them. Okay. Typically, when dealing with performance, it goes through what we would call a procedural dismissal process. So that's going through some form of informal warning, then going through a first written warning, final written warning, and dismissal. Poor behaviour, on the other hand, can be a range of things, right? So with behaviour, we generally class that under the term misconduct. So types of misconduct can be failing to follow policy, inappropriate behaviours in the workplace, disruptive behaviours, refusal to obey reasonable management instruction, negligence, bad timekeeping, poor absenteeism. Although be careful with absenteeism, you can fire people for being off sick, but then the added precaution around that to do with disability discrimination and protecting those that are off sick for genuine good reason to do with disability or indeed maternity related issues, etc. Bad timekeeping, we mentioned, damage to property, and bringing the company name into disrepute potentially could all be areas of misconduct where you have to raise that through a disciplinary process, and some form of warning can be issued. Dependent on the severity, depends on whether you can actually issue a first written warning or a final written warning straight away, etc. Then the last piece is gross misconduct. Now this is the old school instant dismissal. Of course, there's no such thing as instant dismissal, but ultimately gross misconduct means it's something so serious that they're going to be dismissed without any prior warnings and also without notice. So areas of gross misconduct include acts of discrimination, harassment, bullying, theft, fraud, falsification of documents, sexual misconduct, bringing the company name into serious disrepute, bribery and corruption. So you can see the level has gone up. Gross misconduct is an offence so poor, so bad, that by keeping that individual in the business, you're continuing to put either your employees or your business at risk for them being in the business. If you are going down the route of gross misconduct, then again, separate video, but if you're looking at the process, then you'd probably be best advised to put them on paid suspension through the investigation and process. But again, we can advise separately on that. So I hope that's helpful. Please just reach out if you want any more information, advice, and of course the list I've just gone through there isn't exhaustive. So yeah, just shout if you need any advice. Thank you.